Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there, and I hope you're able to get out in nature. It is beautiful out. I know in my area this week has been in the 90s. Woo! We did not get very many days like that in my area. I don't know about you. Some people I hear it's like 100 and something. I'm like, woo, I don't know. Where's the ocean? So anyway, I want to reach out to all of you and just to let you know that you are very special to me, and whether you know this or not, but you're my family, and you know, we all are connected, whether you agree with that or not, but we all are. We all came from the same source, you know, so I do love all of you. And if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. And, you know, I just hope you're taking really good care of yourself, and find some time to relax, find some time to get alone with yourself. You know, really, you got to love yourself unconditionally, and it does take time. So anyway, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. And if you want to see a change in the world or be a change in the world, you can by giving my video a thumbs up. Plus, you could share my videos with a cat, a dog, a bumblebee. Starlight had a bumblebee land on her today. It's so, they're connected to, I mean, like animals, but insects are always landing on me. It is so funny. I had a lady that I met today that was with me and witnessed this bumblebee that just like, oh no, actually yesterday, a man right near my street, really, right around the corner where I live, and he saw my sticker on my car, and we ended up talking like for an hour or so, and a bumblebee landed on me as we were talking, and I could tell the guy was pretty shocked. I didn't even react. So yeah, you could share my video with a bumblebee, and you can also push the notification bell. Starlight will ring the bell, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can leave a hello, a beautiful message down below the video. Say hi. You know, don't be shy. Starlight doesn't bite, even though she has all of her teeth except for that wisdom one. And anyway, besides that, if you want to follow me, you can on Instagram, and that's at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. Whew! So I got a little nervous. I was setting everything up. I've been goofing around learning things about my computer, and Starlight got a little push button happy, and I'm like, huh, I wonder why my camera is not working. But here I am. And anyway, I want to reach out to you, and this is for people that, you know, I made some videos recently, and, you know, sometimes, you know, we can offend people without even trying. Have you ever noticed that, where, you know, some people might not quite understand who you are because they don't really know you, you know, and that has happened many times in my life where I didn't know how to take somebody. I'm like, huh, what the, you know, like, but Starlight is the type of person that, you know, I'll think about it and think about it, wondering what did they say, you know, why did they say that? And to the point where I, depending on the person, if I ever see them again, you know, that is, you know, where, you know, like if it bothered me so much, I might go back and say, you know, I'm not quite sure why you said what you said, and you know, I need some clarity on this, because sometimes we don't really know what to think, where people are coming from. Like you guys and girls out here watching me, you don't really know Starlight. Now, I do have one person out there that has been, you know, like I know, not that I've ever met the person, but mostly I would have to say has mostly probably watched almost every single video I made, except for a few, you know. So anyway, and that person has been getting to really know who Starlight is. Like, you know, I feel like a insect under a microscope, not a microscope, wait, let me think, I'm trying to think, a microscope, not a microscope, but a magnifying glass, you know. Have you ever felt like that, where you feel like, wow, you know? So, but I don't mind. I am being as real as possible. And so anyway, I hope, you know, this does happen. And you do have to be careful with this. I wanted to look this up in my Bible, and I didn't, so I'm so sorry. But there are things in the Bible about people who get offended. But that is really not what I wanted to talk about, but that is a part of why I'm making this video, is that sometimes, you know, Starlight can offend people by the language that comes out of her mouth and the words that she says, you know. Sometimes I've made videos where, you know, I said exactly what was going on, and people could get very offended by some of the things that came out of my mouth, but, you know, I can't really apologize for some of that stuff because it was real, you know. So we do want to, you know, it's so important to be yourself, you know. And I have to say, I don't know about you, but I love meeting new people, you know, and the universe has been guiding me. You know, I met a guy yesterday, yeah, actually a few people yesterday, because I went to go get spring water. And, you know, I end up learning things about other people, you know, and I mean, my cheeks are ready to burst right now, because I get excited about meeting new people, you know, because I don't know what they know. You know, there's times I walk away and I'm like, wow, you know, that was really interesting, whatever, you know, what they were saying to me. And, you know, because they have a background, like Starlight has a different kind of background. We all have different backgrounds. So it is really great to, to get to know other people. I've met people that were like an electrician guy, you know. He knew some stuff that you know, like the atoms and all this stuff that, you know, like, it was way over my head, but I was telling him certain things. And because he was a homeless guy that I met, you know, but he was an electrician, you know, so he works with you know, that's not Starlight's greatest thing to work with. I've did a lot of fixing stuff, but electricity stuff, I kind of stay away from that. Starlight, once you get shocked a couple times, you're like, what wire was that? Yeah. The lights went out. Wonder, did Starlight do that? So, yeah. So it is interesting, getting to know other people and the backgrounds that, you know, they have, and when you start telling them stuff that they have certain knowledge or wisdom and it lines up with what you're saying, and it's so cool. So, I don't know about you. Do you like meeting new people? I do. I do. You know, I don't care what you look like, you know, smell like, you know, what clothes, you know, so it is really interesting. I do have a tarot card guy. I got a few guys and a few girls that I watch here and there, you know, and I do have a couple of them, one especially, and he, you know, I love him so much, you know, because he's himself. He really is. And I can't remember one time that I didn't watch a tarot card reading from him that he makes me laugh, you know, because of his character and his personality. I'm like, man, you know, I just love him, you know, but he is, you know, not that he's geeky or anything like that. It's just that he is his unique self. So I always, in his expressions, you know, just like, I would love to, not that I would want to hang out with him, but, you know, like, get to meet him, you know, to find out more about him, you know, just because he makes me laugh. I probably would have a hard time sitting there, you know, but anyway, besides people getting offended, I know you know, when I was younger, I really got offended a lot from people. I didn't know how to take them. You know, and that does happen to me on my YouTube channel, as I do offend people sometimes. And I had a Christian background, and, you know, so, but I had to break free from that program that I was under before, you know, like, I wasn't swearing when I went to church, you know. Whew, you know, like, it was rough. it was really rough, rough. So, you know, it was I had to break free, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna swear. You know, do you think really God really cares that you say, you know, like the S word or the F word, or, you know, I really don't think so. But, you know, I swear, you know, with I talk to the universe as real as I can be. You know, I express myself as real as can be. And I'm still here, you know. God didn't send me to hell, you know, because I said the F word or the S word or this A word or whatever word, you know. But I never, my whole life, you know, I have never tried to speak to my Heavenly Father in a incorrect, you know, like, you know, there's people that curse God's name, you know, that I would not do, you know. So, and to me, there's way worse things to say, and that is one area where some people do get offended, you know, because of their backgrounds and stuff like that. And, you know, it is not a big deal. There's other words that have more power, you know, and can be more offensive, you know, like the word, I don't even want to say it, the word hate, you know, that is a very powerful word. I don't even want to be a part of my vocabulary, you know. So the other reason why I wanted to bring the other topic on this video is to speak to people, you know, because I really believe I offended somebody, and because they don't really know who I am, they don't know what I meant, you know, and I don't want to say I'm sorry really on that, because, you know, it takes time to get to know each other and to get to know people. So you really have to really get to know somebody and feel them out and spend some quality time before you quickly jump and get offended and, well, I'm not going to talk to you now, you know, because somebody got offended. You know, it is best to reach out and say, hey, you know, you said this, and what do you mean by that, you know? And I did say something, but what it wasn't a big deal is that I did put in a video not too long ago, and I'm going to clarify what I meant. So what I was saying is I don't want to hang out with people that drink alcohol or smoke marijuana or do alcohol. And what I mean when I say hang out, that's what I'm going to talk about. Do you want to hang out? You know, and that more than likely is going to be the title of this video is, do you want to hang out? Now, what I mean is hanging out for me is wasting my time, and I don't have time to waste. You know, if I love meeting new people, and I love communicating with people, I love listening to people. I just met a beautiful lady today out in the park in my area. We had so many things in common. It was so beautiful. We're both Virgos, you know, and it just was a blessing, you know, and I did not judge her once. We hung out for hours. Hung out. See, I say hung out. Now I said hung out, but when we hung out, we were communicating and learning about each other, and I was teaching her about things about spirituality and the things that I'm learning, the things all about my YouTube channel and what I am about for my YouTube channel. I do not have no problem hanging out with you if we're going to talk like that. You know, if we're going to learn about stuff and educate, you know, like, you know, she had some stuff that she was talking to me about, and just like yesterday, I talked to a man right around the corner where I live, and we had a great connection. And what did we talk about? We talked about life. We talked about spirituality. We talked about repeating numbers. We talked about all kinds of goodies. We talked about the Matrix. We talked about, you know, he had some information. He helped me out, you know, and I was helping him out. It was the way the universe put us together at that. I mean, I was just parking my car. You know, this is how this happened. I got a sticker on my car. I was parking my car, just got it parked, and the guy was driving down the street on my road. You know, this is amazing. You know, it just was funny how the universe set me home at that particular time with that man going on my street, and noticed the sticker, and he was going to a stop sign, read the sign on my sticker, and instantly yelled out and said, "Hey, what's that all about?" You know? And we talked for more than an hour behind my vehicle, and it did make him go late to work. You know, he ran behind time. You know, he was so in the moment of learning what I was telling him. And, you know, he's been asking the universe for, you know, help and spirituality. And, you know, the universe just like, bam, there we are. I don't have any problem talking to people, hanging out that way. Now, what I don't want, and this is what I meant the other day when I talked about this, if somebody did get offended, is I don't want to go somewhere and where there's no conversation going on. And, you know, I don't like dead conversations. I got other stuff to do. You know, if I can help you and tell you something that if the universe guides me to you, and we talk about something spiritual, you know, like, or something that we're learning from each other to grow, and that's the connections that I want. The direction, I mean, that's what I desire, is to get connections, and I pray about this, is to get connected with people, like-mindedness, you know, where we both have some kind of interest about becoming the greatest version that we want to be the change that we want to see. Now, you know, I would not want to waste my time, and this is why I need to make this video to clarify. I don't want to waste my time. And yes, I said I don't want to spend time with people smoking pot or drinking alcohol, but you know what? If you're drinking alcohol or you're smoking pot, but we're talking about spirituality stuff, I don't mind that. It's that I don't want to waste my time hanging out with people that's all they do, but we're not learning anything, we're not growing, we're not getting, you know, a deeper level of communication. That's where it can mess people up. You know, my time is very valuable. It really is. You know, I'm going to be very, very busy throughout this month. I have to get out of my apartment. See all this stuff behind me? I mean, that's what I've been doing for hours right now. You know, I watched a video earlier, and, you know, I couldn't, like, I've been so busy getting set up for a moving sale. You know, I'm going to have people come in my space, you know, looking at stuff and hoping to, you know, like, I'm going to make some money. I don't want to hope, but I'm going to make some money. You know, I got brand new stuff in here, you know, so really my time is very valuable, you know, because I don't want to spend my time wasting it. And this is why I wanted to make this video, is that, you know, your time is very valuable. You know, you really want to think about the time in the day is, you know, where does all the hours go in the day? And I talked to this man yesterday. Whoops, I got an itch. And normally Starlight, oopsie, doesn't make videos this late, but I'm going to be having people coming in my apartment at 9 in the morning. So I'm trying to get a jump start tonight by making this video. And after this, it's meditation time and go to bed. So I did talk to a beautiful man yesterday right outside my house. And, you know, I was telling him about how the Matrix is, how they distract people, you know, get them distracted. And Starlight got distracted recently. I got distracted on, you know, like, you know, things going on in my life, you know, and so I get signs from the universe, just like I, you know, with this guy with a bumblebee landing on me. And what did the bumblebee mean? You know, so I looked it up right in front of the guy, and I read everything, well, almost everything, what it means when you see a bumblebee. So while I was reading it, we'd both seen the bumblebee land on my arm here, and I was showing him how there's messages from the universe. And, you know, I amazed him because he's been asking the universe for help, you know, and then he was realizing the things that the universe had me say to him, because it's not me. I want God to use me, so the universe is speaking through me to talk to him. And then he was thinking about where his time has been going, and now he, you know, like he's gotten thinking in his head that like he's wasting time with certain people that he's hanging out with, you know. So there's a difference, you know, like if you're around people that, you know, like is taking up your time, it is, you know, like are you happy? How do you feel when you get done hanging out with them? Do you feel, hey, that was, you know what? Like today and yesterday, I mean, I bumped into a guy I bumped into a few people just going out and getting natural spring water out in Troy, you know, Starlight had to go get water. And, you know, Starlight's quick. I got this down. You know, I can come up, you know, like have a conversation with anybody on the streets. You know, I don't know. I am like gifted in that area, and I love it. You know, I see things, I look at, you know, I'm actually observing everything that they're wearing, you know, the clothes that they're wearing, the jewelry, necklaces, watches, or, you know, I'm observing all this stuff. It's a high for me. And I have to throw this in there really quick. I did meet a guy at the water, at the spring, you know, and a lady before that, you know, I get it doesn't matter what they, you know, like, I love it, though. I love when I can, like, I know how to get a conversation going. I have no issues in that, and keep a conversation going. It's so important. So I did meet a man that had a daughter, and that is how I started the conversation, as his daughter. I'm like, wow, you know, like she had a beautiful outfit on, a dress and a pair of beautiful, I loved her boots. And you know, it was amazing is to, you know, we're only getting water. He only had like a gallon jug to fill up. I had a whole bunch of gallon jugs to fill up because you know, I stock up on it, you know, until the next time. You know, I had like 2, 4, 6, 8 gallons to fill up, you know, so I was there longer than him. But, you know, the conversation was so good. It's like, you know, like you know, he might have not have wanted to leave because we were talking about some deep stuff about his daughter, and, you know, about homeschooling and public school, and, you know, like the Matrix, and, you know, about being spied on in your house by all the technology they sell us, you know. So bam, I mean, in this, you know, all he had was a gallon jug, you know, to fill up. And but Starlight doesn't play around. Bam, 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 you know, like, and it was really awesome, you know. And why I wanted to bring that up is because his daughter goes to school, and he mentioned to me is about, like, you know, we talked about COVID and this virus coming up, and why I left my cleaning job, and how I started my YouTube channel, you know, in a short period of time, you know, maybe a half-hour time, you know, of talking with this man. You know, it might have not even been that long. It might have been even shorter, like 15 minutes. It doesn't take long to fill up a you know, like a gallon jug, you know. So there was a lot said in that 15 minutes. Was my time being wasted? Absolutely not. You know, I was learning stuff about him. He said, you know, and this was really great, you know, and it's awesome. So he must know other people, and he said with the whole thing with this other virus, he's not having it. You know, so COVID really, you know, like, it is something how really there's people there, they had enough of the COVID thing. They are, it's awesome, you know, to hear people speak, you know, and hear their voices and say that they ain't putting up with this on this next virus. And I am so proud of these people that are making that stand, So, sometimes we get upset when like COVID came, and how destructive that was to our lives and what it did. But it really changed my life, right? I tell people, hey, that freaking COVID was a wake-up call, like, for our future, our mouth being covered like that with those masks, and our smiles being covered. So it was just awesome hearing this man speak. Well, he's ready, and and I believe other people that he knows is ready, and they're speaking out. They're not going to let this go on. They're not going to, they want their freedoms, and that was awesome. I just wanted to share that with you. Is we need more people like that out in the world to really see things as they are, and not to be afraid, and to stand up for our rights. And so if we're talking about stuff like this, you're not wasting my time. I don't care. You could smoke pot in front of me, but you're not going to waste my time if we're talking about, deep dive in here. I can't talk about the shallow stuff. Absolutely not. Not this chick. I do. I love, I love people that are intelligent, people that have something to say, not just nonsense, but, they like to dive deep. It's a huge turn on for me. It's like, you got something to share with me, please tell me. I want to hear. I love exploring people's minds and hear what they have to say. I love when people speak up and use their voice. That's exactly what I want. I want you to, get out there and use your voice. Don't be afraid, of people judging you or criticizing you. You got something to say. We all have something. We all have past experiences, So it is so important to, to use your voice, stand up for what you believe in, being honest, be honest with what, I don't want to, I've been around this before, is when, I've heard some of my family members say this is they knew some people that you would have to put the boots on because, some of the stuff that they would talk about was, not true stuff, so there was a lot of bull crap going on, so you'd have to put your boots on because it was getting kind of thick there. So I love being around people when they're talking. They're talking because of the wisdom and the knowledge that they learned, and they're, it's free wisdom and knowledge, like the tree of knowledge, the tree of knowledge. And then there's I always studied this when I was younger, is I wanted to get to the tree of life. Where is that baby? That's where they got I can't remember, they got the two angels or seraphims or something like that. They're holding swords, and they're actually or paradise. I can't remember. I get these things mixed up. I'm like, where to find that? I would love to, go back there and find that. But anyway, I do love all of you, and please do not get offended. And I know I've been there. I have been there, and I've had people say, Starlight, you need to toughen up your skin. And you know what? With society, there's some people, and that includes myself, is or get tough skin. I got to get some tough skin. And that goes for guys and for girls, not just for girls, but for guys. There's some guys out there, they easily get offended. Please don't get easily offended. We have to toughen up. Those are areas that we have to grow in. You're gonna, if you block somebody out that was helping you because you got offended, that you're the one that's hurting. You're not going to get the help that you really truly need by being, so easily offended. And there's people out in society, I heard they had a farmer's market in the area, and I really didn't know the laws about smoking pot, and I just heard this recently, which Starlight was smoking, in parks and on bike trails, and, I smelled pot all the way through, it was, because those parks that I was going to, a lot of people smoke pot in that park. And so I thought that, hey, it's legal now, right? But, they really don't bother a lot of people with that. But then, you know what? You're going to have somebody out there, ooh, I'm offended. I'm offended that you're smoking pot. I'm offended that you did this. I'm offended that, You don't really want to be like that. How you going to, you got to let go if you're like that. You got to, toughen up. Really, you do. You got to toughen up because this is the real deal in this life. You can't have everything being offended, like offended about, because the Bible does say stuff about being offended. And I wish I looked it up, and I will say sorry about that because I should have done that. But I remember reading about it is that, it might not be the person out there that is causing somebody to be offended that needs the help and the work. It might be the person that is always getting offended, that needs the work. It's just that they need to strengthen up in that area. And I've had, definitely, like I said, I've had people tell me that I need to, get thicker skin. That's what they say, get thicker skin, because this is not an easy life to live. And that's why it's so important when you have little kids that you bring them up. Don't let them always cry all the time. Give them a few minutes depending on what it is, but you gotta say, hey, and I believe boys should be able to cry, and I'm not saying to tell your boys not to ever cry. Yes, let your boys cry, but let them cry a little bit and say, okay, you did your crying, now you gotta straighten up. It's okay, and if they, hey, boys lose their pets, they might have lost a loved one. Yes, let them cry. Let them do that. There's nothing wrong with boys or even men to cry. And I'm not saying about that. It's just that even girls, I was a very emotional female throughout my whole life. I'm doing better, though, is that, and I've learned from a deep diver out there is it's okay to cry. Let it, sometimes you do. You got to let it out. You got to release that. And then, okay, how long have you been crying? And that's where Starlight, Starlight had a really horrible habit, most of my life, where I cried for a long time, and you got to really be careful with that. Take it from somebody that's been there, is that it could cause you to get into a pity party. And do you think anybody wants to go to your pity party? Absolutely not. So let yourself cry yourself a river, and then say, I gotta stop now. I got it out of my system. I'm okay now. You do. You gotta release, let it go, and get yourself back in the now. And you might want to meditate after that and just clear it all out of your body. I love sage, and I'll tell you, I have to bring this up really quick. I told a lady about sage and how to cleanse herself with sage. It's really good to, and I said, no, I didn't tell her, but one of my things is in the garden, Starlight wants to grow a lot of sage so I can make, learn how to wrap my own up and tie it and all that, and because I love sage. I love the smell of it. It is so awesome. So anyway, I really hope you get a lot of help from this video, and don't get offended, because sometimes you're the one that's going to miss out. God does want us to toughen up, not, you don't want to be like a tree, a young tree, because they, sometimes, like with a tree, like when the wind goes, they're so young that they can bend down. You don't want to, you want to be tall and, be able to stand that wind when it comes, because if you get offended so easily, you're just going to flop over. And that's why, there's places that they put trees up, and I've noticed sometimes they'll have like rope around them, and they have it like that, so that way, they can kind of, they can stand the wind, when it comes. And that's how life is. Sometimes, you're going to get hit by some blows out there from other people that really are mean. They're really mean, and they're going to, say something in an ungodly way, and you're gonna be offended on those things sometimes, and being attacked by people out in public or people that you know or family members, and that's why you got to toughen up. We got to be tough, but not so tough we close our heart off. You got to keep that baby open. You got to keep your heart space open. Don't let people shut your heart space out. So anyway, I do love you, and I hope you get a lot of help from this video. You can give this video a thumbs up. You can share this video with a family member, a friend, a cat, a bird, I'm looking around, an elephant? I have an elephant in my room. I guess they have good memories. I need to get near an elephant. So yeah, you could share my video with your elephant. So anyway, besides sharing with your elephant, is you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can leave a message down below. Beep, beep, beep. Don't forget to push the notification bell. And also, whoopsie, is you can follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. So anyway, yay! Starlight figured out to get her camera to work. So, it is awesome weather. You gotta enjoy it. I do love you a lot. And remember, we are all family. I love all of you, and I thank all of you for the love and support I get from you. And this is Starlight. Love and light. Peace.